Hey guys, my name is Gabriela. If you don't know me, I am currently serving as the president of Catholic Life. I'm going to speedrun this video because I am running out of phone storage. But I just wanted to talk about a little, give a snippet of my testimony and just talk about healing. Because April 8th, 2021, 2 years ago today, I was healed from anxiety in prayer, and that day, just changed my whole faith life. So April 8th, 2021, I was a senior in high school, just in an anxious time of life. And I was just really struggling in a lot of ways, and I was talking to one of my friends about it, and she asked if anyone had ever prayed with me about it, and I was like, no, I don't know. That's just something I never experienced before, of someone praying with me, especially for the intention of healing. So later that night, we went to adoration together, and she prayed over me. We went up to the front of the chapel, and she just prayed for me, asked the Lord to just heal me from anxiety, any doubt, just release me from any tension, or just prayers like that. And as she was praying with me, I just felt so much weight being lifted off of my chest and my shoulders, and I felt so free and so much peace that I had just never experienced before in my life. Yeah, it was just insane. And then later that night, we were hanging out with friends, and I would always leave when Caroline left, and she was always the first to leave just because she lived further away than the rest of us. But I was most comfortable with her of all of our friends, so when she left, I left. And she was getting ready to leave that night, and she was asking me if I was ready, because she would give me a ride home. And I was like, I think I actually am gonna stay, and I'll get a ride home with another one of our friends. And we had this moment where we just looked at each other and we were like, okay. This is really good, because before she knew of my struggle of just that I felt like I was struggling to, I don't know, get closer with other people, just because I struggled so much with just that kind of social anxiety. And so we just had that moment of recognition of the Lord just worked a miracle, and it was crazy. My life has never been the same. I struggled with so much anxiety about going to retreats and youth group, just because everyone there was friends, and I was not friends with any of them, or not as close with any of them, because it's senior year of high school. Everyone's had 4 years to be friends, and I am coming in 2 months out of graduation, and I would sit on my phone on Sunday nights and scroll through the youth group Instagram stories and just wish so much that I was there. And then after that night, I no longer had that fear, and I started going to youth group every week, started going to retreats every week, and if I wasn't at a retreat, I was leading one. Yeah, and I, every opportunity I had to just grow in faith, I just took it. And yeah, I just was no longer afraid or anxious about showing up alone, or showing up with to meet new people. And it was crazy. I wouldn't be sitting here as president if it wasn't for that night, because I just have grown so much in faith and confidence just from the encounters I had after that, and just in being healed and being filled with peace and confidence, and that prayer encounter, which is crazy. And disclaimer, my life isn't perfect. It's not that I've never experienced anxiety since. I'm human, and that's a human thing. I'm just gonna encounter it. But that actually just seems like an invitation to get to know the Lord more. And I don't see it as something of the Lord being all right, well, you're healed for a little bit, but too bad, time's up. Actually, it's just I've grown so much in my relationship with the Lord as a result of being able to feel anxiety and doubt, and it's just an invitation to get to know him more and trust in him and let him work in my life even more. Because if life was perfect, what would we need God for? I don't know. Yeah, we wouldn't need God if we didn't need to rely on him for stuff. If we didn't need forgiveness, or if we were, I don't know, we need God. That's the reality of it. And yeah, I just feel I have so much more trust in him and rely on him so much more, as a result of seeing the miracle he worked in my life, and now looking back on that and being okay, this is how the Lord works, and he can do those big things, and I'm I don't know, I don't have a fear of asking him to do big things. Yeah, and miracles can happen all of the time, which is crazy. All around us. I used to think a miracle would just be a big apparition of Mary appears to some like really holy kids, and like that's it. And like it happens every couple years, but actually like miracles happen every day, and the Lord can work so many miracles, like big and small. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, last thing, we offer that kind of prayer ministry that my friend Caroline did. So if you have an intention or are struggling with something and would like to pray with someone or would like to pray for healing, just reach out to me or to Peyton. She's the coordinator of those things. Yeah, and we would just love to talk to you and hear your story, and pray with you about it. But yeah, that was not related to Holy Thursday that much, but that's okay. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Holy Thursday. Not Thursday, oh my goodness, I did a Holy Thursday video last year, and so in my mind it's just like, it's Thursday, and Holy Thursday is also my favorite day of the Triduum, and the day I'm filming this is Wednesday, so I'm thinking like, oh, tomorrow, Holy Thursday. Yeah, anyways, I hope you guys have a beautiful Holy Saturday and a beautiful Easter. Yeah, and that you just get to encounter the risen Lord, in some way, and that you have safe travels to and from campus. I guess you probably are already off campus now, but back to campus. Yeah, and you just have a beautiful time. Yeah, I'm praying for all of you, and reach out if you need anything. Yeah, so happy to talk to you guys and pray with you. Yeah, have a beautiful day.